Okay, good afternoon, boys and girls.
Good afternoon, teacher.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Fine, thank you as well. We are going to learn about the writers. You know what are the writers? The writers are the person that writes books. Miguel, you can give me an example of one writer?
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. Okay, very good. Another book?
Twilight, second part.
Twilight, second part. Very good. And Angelica?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Very good. There are 3 famous books. Okay, first we are going to learn the parts of the writer. If we are writers, we need to have a curious mind. Our curious minds are the thoughts and ideas. For example, the things of writing ideas. The writers need to learn what they are going to write. We need to have ears to listen all the things and the work of the others. We need to have mouth to sharing your writings with others. For example, in Sherlock Holmes, the writer write a book about the histories and the investigation that they do, and they compare and they say to others about the map. Another example, paper and pencil. Everywhere you go, you need to have a pencil and you need to have a paper to write everything, the idea you have. Another thing, feet, for exploring new places and the people to write about. To explore, for example, if you go to Hawaii, if you go to Paris, England, or anywhere, if you are going to dark paths, then you need to have the thoughts and ideas. That's why you need to have the paper and the pencils. Another thing, we need to have, of course, hands to write and draw and revise, and write, to draw and revise. For example, if you have a mistake of the thought that you have is not correct, you can erase and do it again to have it correct. Another thing, a hair for finding the hair in every piece of writing. You need to share your hair. Your hair is, you know what is a hair?
Yes.
Hair?
Yes.
Okay. You need to, in every thought, in every idea, and everything you need to do, you need to bring your hair. Because there are your experience, everything that you are sharing, it's about yourself. Another thing, and very important, eyes for seeing interesting details. So you can write and draw and paper and pencil and everything you are going to do. You need to revise and you need to have eyes to see what you are doing. Another thing we are going to learn is about what did the writers write. If you are asking what did the writers write, it's simple. For example, stories, and we can make poems like Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
That is a poem. Letters of love, for example. Dear John, I want to tell you this and that. These are letters. List, if you are going to H-E-B or Sam's or Walmart, I need milk, flour, sugar, there are the list. Thank you notes, thank you mom for giving me these gifts, or something like that. Reminders is like, for example, I don't know, if you have a meeting at 2 o'clock, you can put it on the refrigerator and you pass away and you see the reminder, I have a meeting at 2 o'clock, and you go over there. You know what is reminders?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
Emails, everyone knows the emails. Journals and diaries. Journals is like, for example, your notebook or the diary, right? Notes when you have in the class and you are taking notes about the teacher was saying, like you right now? Okay, very good. And important thoughts. Important thoughts, it's for example, if you have if you are a writer.
A birthday?
Yes. If you are a writer and you want to have an important thought and you think about something, you need to have, that's why you need to have paper and pencil always. Because if you have an important thought, you can write it over there. And I want to tell you, why do the writers write? If you are asking why do the writers write, it's for example, to express thoughts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
To express thoughts, to communicate with about the letters or the poems or the list, to communicate, to tell about important events. For example, if you have a situation romantic and you want to tell about it, you need to write it, and that's why to tell important events. To persuade. For example, if you want to go somewhere, you are going to write to your mother or making emails or something for an interview, for a job. To share experience. If you go to your friends to Paris and you're going to write about it, that is to share experience. They want something, so if you want something, you can write about it. To ask questions, to share that feelings, and they love to write. Okay, there's another options. Something that is very important we need to learn, it's about the beginning, middle, and the end of the story. Who can tell me the parts of a story? Okay, who can say me the first? Begin?
Beginning.
Beginning, very good. Is the start of the story. The beginning is who are the characters. For example, we are learning about the three little pigs. Who are the characters? Pig number 1, pig number 2, pig number 3, and the wolf, right?
Yes.
There are the characters. What is the setting? Where is the place that is going about the story?
In the park or on the...
In the street, in the park, in the farm, in every place. In Paris, in Ciudad of Matamoros, in Goyito School, in everywhere. Okay, that is the setting. Okay, the second part. Ramon.
Middle.
Middle, very good. What happens to the characters? What do the characters happen? For example, in the three little pigs, what do they happen to the three little pigs? They were scared about the wolf, right?
Yes.
They were scared about the wolf. And the last one?
And.
And, very good. How are the characters different? Different means at the first, how was the pigs, and in the end, how was the changing about the pigs? How was it different? For example, at the first, the pigs were happy, and in the end, they were happy again. But in the middle, we say that they were scared. They were scared about the word. Yes.
Sad.
Sad. Yes, that's correct. Then they were at the beginning of the story because they wanted to place during the story. Okay, I want you to ask if you have a question about this class. No?
No, I don't have a question, teacher.
Okay, very good. I want to share you teacher's markers. What are the teacher's markers? If you are writing in any ways, you can also make it in Spanish class or in English class. There are some markers that you can use when you are writing. For example, if you have a test, instead of word or phrase, you know what is a phrase? Phrase is this. For example, a phrase. This is one phrase, two phrase, three phrase, four phrase. You know what is a phrase?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. To delete. Delete is erase.
Yes.
Yes.
If you don't use it, you can delete. This is the marker. Insert a period. Everyone's know the period, right? This is a period, this is a period, this is a period. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Insert a comma. Everyone's know the comma, right?
Yes.
The comma, okay. Insert a space.
Yes, teacher.
Everyone knows the space? Okay. And start a new paragraph. A new paragraph, you know what is a paragraph, right? And check spelling. If you have a misspelled word, that is to check spelling. Okay. I don't know if you have any question about this class, about the writers?
No, teacher.
The objective in this class is to invite you students to write. So I want you to write everything you want in a diary. Who has a diary?
I have one.
You have a diary? Okay, that's very good. I want to share you an experience that I had. I don't know, like 10 years ago. I have a diary and I write everything that happens to me, and I write about a problem that I have. And I want to go to a soccer game and my mother doesn't want to go. And I went over there without permissions. My mother doesn't leave me, but I go anyways. And they were looking for me. They called to the police and they find me, and I go home, and I was very angry with my mother, and I wrote about my diary. I hate my mom. Oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about anything. I want to go my house. I don't want to anything about the world. I was very, very mad. And like 2 years ago, I read about that in my diary, and I was laughing. Laughing, you know what is laughing? Ha 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 ha.
Yes.
I was laughing about the things I was writing. So that's why I want you to invite you to write, to learn about your experience and everything you happen in your life. Okay, boys and girls?
Yes, teacher.
That's everything to do. That's everything I want you to do, okay?
Okay,
Goodbye.
teacher.
See you next class.
See you,
Goodbye.
teacher. Bye.
Bye.